I mean, it really shows you an appreciation for, what God has given you and blessed you with, and, just seeing, like, how those kids are just judge free and just don't judge anybody and just love everybody is really amazing. It's something that I felt like as personally, I needed to really see. Spiritually, it's something I'm still kind of struggling with. I'm working on it, but you know, I'm a big believer in my faith, and it has actually gotten better. I used to have let my anger have a real hold on me, and it just, eat at me all the time, and I've gotten better at controlling that. And um, I would say, the one thing I need to increase, I did not increase, I'm gonna get better. I need to find a church home. I mean, I do a Bible study every Monday, but I feel like that's just not enough. And that's just, I would like to still continue to get better at that. I mean, it's not there, but I mean, it's getting there. I mean, I'm working at it steadily, and in due time it'll come. I think I'll find a church home pretty soon. Physically, I feel like I'm in the greatest shape I've ever been in. I've increased my workouts from I work out every day, 3 times a day. I've cut out some bad, stuff in my life that used to affect the way I feel. But physically, I would say I'm in the greatest shape that I've ever been in, and it has to do with drive and really just focus that I've dedicated to my craft of being a football player. I mean, I want to be the hardest worker in the room every day, and that's just kind of something that my physical reflection. I mean, that really is, I really pushed myself in that area, and that's something I'm really proud of. Intellectually, I feel like I've gotten more aware. I mean, smarter. I'm making better decisions. I'm just making smarter based decisions with everything. I'm just feel like I'm on top of everything right now. Nothing's really, sliding past me, and I'm real proud of that. Emotionally, I would say I'm pretty self-aware for the most part. There were some things I needed to work on, coming into this project, but what this taught me was my anger had a real grip on me, and I wouldn't forgive and stuff like that like I'm supposed to, and make a lot of emotional decisions, and I just, this whole thing had taught me is just, with decisions, important stuff, just, I mean, it's not always best to make an emotional decision in your life because in the time and moment, something that's might seem really big to you is actually really small when you sit back and think about it. So I think I've gotten more self-aware and more in control of my emotions, and I know who I am and what I am. Two areas, that I was really my kind of extra that I want to do was sleeping financially. So sleep, I normally used to sleep about 5 to 6 hours a night, which was not healthy with how much I worked out and stuff, and my body would just kind of shut down, and I would feel miserable. And I realized that started being a real problem. I started looking at professional athletes like J.J. Watt and all that. Well, these guys go to bed at like 9:30 and get their full 8 to 9 hours, which and it helps them really attack the day, and it increases your focus and everything. So I really did. I cut back on sleep, and I didn't cut back on sleep. I went started going to bed earlier, and I saw my production just go start to increase every day, and I really that's really was much needed. I needed to do that in order to be successful and achieve what I want to achieve. And financially, I'll be the first to tell you I was never good with money in high school. Those first 2 years of college, I was terrible with money. If I got it, I just couldn't wait to spend it. And what this, financially, I saw that that's not a way I need to live life. I mean, right now it might be fine because I'm still kind of living off the support of my mom, but in the long run, I mean, living paycheck to paycheck is not fun. So what I've done financially is I've opened up a savings account, and with my personal finance, I've started been taking a lot more notes and stuff in class and paying attention to how I could apply this to my daily life. And I've just try to feed that account once a month to really just so I can save up and have some money when times get tough or a rainy day. And I'm really proud of the strides I've made there for that. And I would just say, the highlight really of this whole thing, I mean, of course, physically, I feel absolutely great, and I'm so proud of myself for that. But just, like, really the social part, I think, is my biggest highlight. I mean, with the whole community service deal and everything, like that night to shine, it really touched my heart where, I realized maybe, it made me realize the way as I was treating people wasn't probably right, and I needed to make amends with some people who, I kind of had an argument with, and tell them that, I love them, and which that increased me to, like with my family, we never had really the best relationship, and now, I mean, we call each other once a week, and I was happy to start that, and that's really helped benefit my relationships as well, and it just seeing those kids, man, like I said earlier, it just really touches your heart because, I mean, they have every right to complain and, be upset all the time and everything, and they just don't. I mean, they love everybody for the person they are, and that's just something I wish we could apply to our daily lives, and it would really make the world a better place. And that was probably my biggest highlight of the semester. So I would, my general view of this project was I wasn't too sure, like, oh, this wasn't going to help me and everything, and it really did. Like, I was so surprised to see, I mean, looking at my journals and stuff, of how much I was progressing each week, and I was just making strides and strides and strides. And you know, I think one thing that I'm proud, I was happy that this project helped me find that drive and that motivation again to put my feet on the floor every morning, put my head down, and get to work. And it made me realize that having a drive and motivation is not good. So what I did was I made a list of goals of everything I wanted to do and mapped out how I was going to get there. And I just put my head down and went to work. I'm every day. I wake up saying I'm going to be the hardest worker in the room every day, and that's athletically, academically, just everything I want to do. I want to be the best at it, and it started. My drive and everything started pointing towards that way. So, now I can say I'm a very motivated and driven guy that I want to be the best. In everything I do. I don't want to be, lackluster, average, because I mean, what I've learned is nobody wants to be around average. Everybody wants to be around something great, and you got to put the work in to do that. And I just feel like that's what this project's helped me for the most, and I'm just really proud of myself and like the strides that I've made because I can tell you 2 years ago compared to today, it's two completely different stories from where I was at from a mental standpoint back then to where I'm at now. It's just, I mean, it's two different people, and I'm just ready to take the lessons that I've learned and just keep using them because it really has helped me over my life. And I just, I'm happy I took this class. I really did need it, and I mean, it has helped me a lot. And I encourage everybody to take it because you really do learn a lot about yourself that you think that you already knew. I mean, I've discovered a new side of myself that I didn't even know was there. So I encourage anybody to take this class and do this project because it will help you grow as a person in every area. Just want to thank you guys for listening, and God bless.